Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
A disturbing story out of Mexico where 5 North Dakotans, including 4 children and 4 people from Utah, were ambushed and killed. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jordan Schreier. In total, 9 people were killed, and they lived near the U.S.-Mexico border. Officials say this may be a horrible case of mistaken identity. Sam Brock has more of the shocking details.
Overnight, 9 Americans killed in Mexico in what appears to be an ambush by an organized crime cartel. Family members confirming to NBC News that the victims were American women and their children.
There was a number of people that were in a motorcade. There were several families traveling to another community, and not very far out of Lamora, then their family come under attack, and there was a number of vehicles, 3 of them in particular, that were shot, and one of them was set fire.
The Americans living in Mexico had been reportedly traveling with their children to Arizona for a shopping trip and were in the Mexican state of Sonora, 75 miles south of the U.S. border, when they were caught in the crossfire of gunmen. Among the dead, Renita Miller and her 6-month-old baby twins, Titus and Tiana, Donna Johnson and her son Trevor, and Christina Langford, but her baby Faith miraculously survived.
My understanding is that there was some children that was able to escape out of the vehicles unharmed.
One of those children, just 13 years old, walking about 14 miles to get help after hiding his bleeding but living siblings in the bushes and covering them with branches. As for the 5 children who did survive this morning, they landed at Douglas Airport on the Mexican side of the border, being transported to the American side for care and for resources. And a 7-month-old child, Faith, found in a car seat on the floor of the car in a apparent attempt by her mother to save her life. Sam Brock, NBC News.
President Donald Trump took to Twitter in response to the killings, saying that the U.S. was ready, willing, and able to help Mexico battle the cartels. Now, we will have more on this story and its connection to North Dakota tonight on Valley News Live. Taking that live look outside right now, it looks very nice, but if you step outside, it's cold again. I feel like I say that every single day. To see what we can expect in our forecast, let's head on over to Storm Team meteorologist Lisa Green.
Yeah, I just had to let out a little laugh and a sigh because there's nothing we could do about it, but it's true. It is so cold out there recently. The last couple of months, in fact, we've been running below average, and today is no exception. At least we have the bright sunshine to help brighten the spirits a little bit, but you can see that we do have some clouds just on the southwestern part of our viewing area. There's some snow that may have been impacting places like the Forbes area and western parts of Dickey County and down into Brown County. But overall, that line of snow showers has missed us to the south. However, overall, we are looking at increasing cloud cover heading into the afternoon, and then tonight the potential for some spotty snow showers. Here's a look at our temperatures. We are in the teens still, up in Baudette at 16 degrees. It's 19 in Hallock. Fargo's at 26 and 22 in Grand Forks, with temperatures rising a few more degrees back into the low 30s in spots. We'll get that sun hanging around a little while longer in Fargo before those clouds increase, and eventually the potential for some snow will be there. We'll talk more about that coming up in your forecast. We'll take a look at the rest of the week and the weekend ahead too in just a little bit.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. New at noon, it was a hectic morning for students at Grand Forks Central High School when they were gathered in the gym and the heat was turned off while authorities investigated reports of a natural gas leak. The call for reports of a gas smell came in around 9:25 this morning. The school says that's when they gathered students in the gym and then cut the heat. Fire crews and police showed up to investigate and gave the all clear around 10:45. The fire department tells us they were not able to find a gas leak. Also new for you at noon, a Fargo man now faces several charges after pointing a gun at a woman and then firing 2 rounds into an apartment building. 27-year-old Lionel Fraction Jr. has been charged with felon in possession of a firearm, terrorizing and reckless endangerment, to just name some of them. According to police, Fraction was arrested after fighting with another man outside of an apartment building in the 3000 block of 10th Street North on October 13th. A woman living in that building said Fraction pointed a gun at her head when she went outside to break up the argument. The other man involved in the incident went into the building to get his kids, but Fraction followed him and then threatened him with the gun. When police arrived, they found a 9mm handgun with the serial number scratched off and live rounds in the suspect's pocket. We have new information this afternoon on the missing teen and sex assault suspect that authorities said were on their way to North Dakota. Police in Arizona have arrested the child sex assault suspect who was believed to be traveling with that missing Wisconsin girl. Now, it was believed that 15-year-old Cassandra Garza was traveling with 21-year-old Talon Ross to North Dakota. However, Ross was taken into custody in Phoenix, Arizona earlier this morning. Garza is still missing and considered a missing endangered person. Cassandra is about 5'5", 220 pounds, blue eyes, blonde hair. She may be using a fake Arizona ID identifying her as 18-year-old Sage Salvador. People are heading to the polls in Minnesota today, and one of the big decisions in Moorhead is a $110 million bond referendum by the school district. They want to build a new high school and turn the old Sam's Club into a career academy. If voters say yes, taxes on the school portion of your tax bill would go up about $96 a year on a $200,000 home. Polls are open until 8 o'clock this evening. Moorhead voters are also filling vacant city council seats. New research out this morning is shedding more light on vaping among teenagers. A new FDA study shows roughly 1 in 4 high school students and 10% of middle school students use e-cigs. More than half of these teens say Juul is their usual brand of e-cigarette. A second study from the University of Southern California found mint and mango are the most popular Juul flavors among kids. NFL star Peyton Manning is in Fargo right now. He's speaking at the Voices of Vision event at the Sanford Health Athletic Complex. His remarks are expected to wrap up around 1:30. It's for the Chamber's Voices of Vision event, which works to bring in nationally recognized leaders to the Metro. In our consumer alert this afternoon, if you're already drooling over the thought of that Thanksgiving meal with turkey dressing and all the fixins, you can get a taste early thanks to Pringles. It's rolling out a new Friendsgiving Feast Turducken Kit. That comes with turkey, duck, and chicken, the turducken, flavored chips, and you can eat them and just stack them together. There are other combinations, including cranberry sauce, stuffing, and pumpkin pie in a special tray. The limited edition kit costs you about $15.99, and it will be available online only at kelloggstore.com.